Now let me go on this issue of the issue. So now, let me say without any, first and foremost, I want to make a fervent appeal to Ghanaians, to all patriotic and well-meaning Ghanaians. This, if there ever was a moment for Ghanaians who are patriotic, who love this nation, to rise up, to wake up, and redeem this country from the choking dictatorship that we are having, and from this attempt to subvert the will of the people. This is the time. This is the time for Ghanaians to collectively rise in unison and stop the nation-wrecking attempt of the Electoral Commission. The attempt of the Electoral Commission to throw this country into chaos. This is the time. I have never seen a spineless Electoral Commission in the annals of our country's history. This is a totally spineless Electoral Commission. An Electoral Commission that was brought in to do a dirty hatchet job. Not only is this commission spineless, it's malleable, it's subservient, it's patronizing, it's grossly incompetent, and if I will add, totally clueless. Senna, I can justify why I use all this. You remember the removal of Madame Charlotte Osei? It was not for nothing that Madame Charlotte Osei was removed. And somebody who is closer, if you don't know, this lady, Madame Jean Mensa, is one of the family and friends appointments that has been going on, closely related to the First Lady of the Republic. Okay? To buy loyalty, to get guaranteed loyalty. So she's not coming there as an electoral commissioner to do any diligent job. She's coming to do a hatchet job. Look at the likes of Bossman. Mr. Bossman, who was brought from Legon, a party, not a party supporter, a member of a New Patriotic Party. In fact, he was the TESCOM patron at Legon, now elevated to the stature of a deputy electoral commissioner. So, Senna, it tells you that they had just packed those people to come and do a dirty hatchet job. Look at in the history of the Fourth Republic. Look at the commissioners who have been brought to the helm of the Electoral Commission. Impeccable credentials, and they've exhibited their work to public expectation. Even before this Electoral Commission had even time to perform, look at the image they cut of themselves. Partisan elements. Their partisanship has been so manifest and so glaring that it hasn't gone anywhere. Senna, crafting a constitutional instrument is one of the easiest things anybody can do. I'm not sticking to their competence. This Electoral Commission has brought constitutional instrument to Parliament. This is the third one. The first two were thrown in their face for being poorly and so incompetently crafted. Okay? Through the vigilance of the minority. It was thrown out there. They can't even craft a competent, and even the third one, which is still there, I can tell you without any iota of hesitation that when it comes out, you will see the problems associated with it. They cannot even craft a proper constitutional instrument. It did not even go through the process, because in Parliament we have what we call pre-laying, after which the Committee on Subsidiary Legislation would have been seized with the matter. It didn't go through all those ones. Senna, it never went through all those ones. And for you to imagine that this is the kind of job that this current crop of electoral commission staff are cut to do, it's a sad commentary. And so that is why, Senna, I'm making this call on every well-meaning patriotic Ghanaian to rise up and use the constitutional, legitimate, legal, political means to stop this issue from going ahead with this exercise. Senna, what they seek to do via Constitutional Instrument 126 is to amend the previous one, where a number of instruments were allowed for the purposes of showing that you are a Ghanaian for which you could register. Senna, the constitution of this republic I stand to go. I think it's Article 42. And
I have it here. If you want, I'll give it to you. I have the Constitution.
Okay. Senator, gives 3 conditions under which you can exercise your inalienable fundamental human right to register to vote and participate in elections in this country. 1, that you are a Ghanaian. 2, you are 18 years and above. 3, you are of sound mind. Nobody else, nobody, not even the President of the Republic, not the Electoral Commission, no bagger, no wire, has a damn right to do anything to take away those rights given to Ghanaians by the Constitution. So if the Electoral Commission brings a CI, in which they say that only the possession of a voter a passport and a Ghana card. Let me even ask that question, Senator, before I get here. What we have, is it an ECOWAS card or a Ghana card? Those who have done it, Excellency, you are a lawyer.
An ECOWAS card.
Is it an ECOWAS card or it's a Ghana card?
ECOWAS card.
So if it's an ECOWAS card, can members of the ECOWAS fraternity access that card? Mugis, you have the card. I'm sure you have it here.
So you're not going to vote?
Yes. Is it an ECOWAS card or it's a Ghana card?
I don't know.
And if it's an ECOWAS card, is it exclusive to Ghanaians? It means other members of the ECOWAS fraternity have it. Okay? And so why is it the preserve of Ghanaians? I think that first matter ought to be challenged. But I'm saying that if you are saying that the possession of the ECOWAS card and passport are the only basis of which people can be identified as Ghanaians, on the basis of which they can qualify to register to vote, that is a classic attempt to disenfranchise millions of Ghanaians. Now we are aware, per the statistics given by Kenneth Tefa, and I'm very sorry that he has reduced himself to a laughing stock. He's dented his image and standing in the eyes of right-thinking members of society by engaging in this unholy alliance. The unholy alliance between the MPP government, the National Identification Authority, and the Electoral Commission to do this dirty job. Sana, by their own statistics, they are claiming that about 6.7 million people have registered. Even for those who have registered, millions of them, their cards have not been given to them. Okay? Now, if you add the admission by the Foreign Affairs Ministry that only about 2 million Ghanaians have passports, if you add them, you are getting to about 8.7 million. Take it 9 million. Sana, the current register that we have has about closer to 18 million, 17.8 million there, about closer to 18 million Ghanaians on that register. So even with the current one, all the total that you have for people who are going to be eligible to register through the ECOWAS card and the passport are only about 8.20 million, maximum 9. You are talking about disenfranchising more than 9 million or closer to 10 million Ghanaians. My brother, this is a crime. I will not even call it a travesty. It's a crime against the people of this country. For anybody wishing to disenfranchise such large millions of Ghanaians, in the first case, you don't have even a right to disenfranchise one Ghanaian, let alone millions of Ghanaians, willfully and deliberately. Because of what? Because you want to create a platform for Nana Akufo-Addo, whose government has so hopelessly, uninspiringly performed. They have proved so crassly incompetent that it cannot perform to the legitimate interests and aspirations of Ghanaians. So, Sana, my call rests on the fact that Ghanaians have an inalienable right, their birthright, to feature as Ghanaians. Let me give you an example in my constituency. I just returned from...
And I hope that's the last thing you say, because you have 1 minute.
Sana, I'm just...
1 minute.
You have 1 minute.
This one,
you have 15 minutes yourself.
With your nose.
You see, I'm just returning from my constituency. And let me tell you some examples on this particular matter. I went to a certain village, and in that village, there's not a single person who has a passport in that village. And when they were doing this ECOWAS card, not a single person registered.
The entire village.
The entire village. So I was interacting with the chief. And this matter came up. And in explaining, so the chief asked me that, so he is the chief here. So when they bring the election officers to come and register, and he, the chief, comes and they ask him to produce the ECOWAS card and he says he doesn't have. And they ask him for passport and they say he doesn't have. So he will not be allowed to register. That's the question he asked me. And I said, yes, by that thing they will tell you cannot register. Unless, for instance, maybe if I have a passport or if I have a Ghana card and I register, then I and some other people can come and guarantee for you. So he said, I can come and guarantee for he, the chief of this town, to register.
You.
That he, the chief, is no longer, suddenly has ceased to be a Ghanaian. He has ceased to be an opinion leader. He has ceased to be somebody under whose authority so many people reside. So, Sana, you can see what they are about to do to this country. What this criminal enterprise of trying to disenfranchise millions of Ghanaians and prevent them from exercising their birthright. You have seen what that entails. And so I for one cannot even see how anybody can enforce this. Yes, we have heard people tell us that those who want to stand up against it, they are going to beat them up. They are going to use their invisible forces and other things to beat them up. So now they are welcome. If you say that the berry has oil, we'll see the day it will be drained. Because on the day you send people there to go and do the registration, and Ghanaians line up in their numbers, and you tell them that they don't have passport, they don't have birth certificate, they should go home, they will not be registered. You will see whether you will sacrifice their Ghanaian birthright. Because you see, the most important thing in any human life is to accept your dignity. To take away anybody's dignity, if you don't live, is better than to live without your dignity. So let them be told that no single Ghanaian will be prepared to let go of his dignity. Where your very essence as a Ghanaian can be taken away by somebody sitting somewhere who has no such authority to do as that person pleases. Sana, we are aware that in political balance, sovereignty, and if you go to, I think, Article 1 of the Constitution.
Yeah, that's Article 1.
Can you?
Why didn't you bring your article?
Yes. Okay. Article 1 of the Constitution is vast sovereignty in the Ghanaian people. And it says that nobody else can tamper with that sovereign right of the Ghanaian people.
Okay.
It is a right that supersedes all these other rights that you are talking about. And so the letter commission must be told that, look, the fly that has no one to advise it follows the corpse into the grave. But beyond that, Senna, by their own contradiction, they have indicated in the earlier program they gave out.
Alaji, unfortunately, that's all time allowed for. Yeah.
They have earlier on indicated in their own program that when they met the political parties the last time, that if they were going to go to the program according to what they have set up on April 18th and start the registration, the register will be ready 3 weeks before the election. Okay, 3 weeks before the election. That was April 18th. Now they said they are going to start somewhere in June or late June. Almost 2 months after that. Can you fathom when the register will be ready? So now, when political parties are going to open, when the electoral commission opens nominations, and political parties are going to file as an aspiring parliamentary candidate, I may be required to file. When I'm going to file, voters are supposed to endorse me. There are some who sponsor, some who endorse my form. Where on which voters register are they going to use to endorse me? And endorse other presidential candidates.
Okay, Alaji, thank you very much. I'm voting. That's all time.
So if today there is a by-election, there's a, God forbid, but if today something happens and an MP's position becomes vacant and there's going to be a by-election, which register are we going to use?
Okay, Alaji, thank you.
Senna.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so when will the electoral commission be able to come out
I would have to move on.
With a register?
I would have to move on.
The register and use it for elections. These people are plotting disaster for this country.
And
that's why I'm saying that.
I'd have to move on to the other panelists.
Must wake up and resist this nation-wrecking electoral commission.
Okay, thank you.
And prevent them from doing what they want to do to us as Ghanaians.
Thank you, Alhaji.